Hello students, welcome back to the EVS class. I am your EVS teacher. Today we are going to start our next chapter. Chapter number is 4. Breathe in, breathe out. About the chapter, we are constantly taking in air and giving out air from our nose. In this chapter, you will learn about how humans breathe and the need to breathe well. It is impossible to stay without breathing for even a short while. There were various organs involved in the process of breathing. Students, यहाँ पे हमें ब्रीथ इन ब्रीथ आउट मतलब सांस को लेने और छोड़ने के बारे में बताया जा रहा है. हमें कैसे एयर में सांस लेना चाहिए हम पढ़ेंगे और हवाएं साफ हैं नहीं हैं इन सब चीजों के बारे में पढ़ेंगे. What is breathing? Now let's the move. Now look at the book. What is breathing? What is breathing? The process of taking in air, inhalations and giving out air, exhalation is called breathing. All animals and humans breathe in oxygen-rich air and breathe out carbon dioxide during the process of breathing. The air we breathe in enters through the nose and mouth and gets warmed up. It then goes through the air windpipe into the lungs. There are two lungs present in the chest cavity. These are protected by the rib cage. From the lungs, oxygen-rich air enters the blood and is pumped by the heart to every cell of the body. Carbon dioxide is carried by the blood to the lungs and is exhaled through the nose. What is the process of breathing? Below the lungs is a strong muscle called diaphragm. It helps to move the lungs up and down. When we inhale air, the diaphragm flattens out and contracts, making more space for the lungs. The lungs enlarge and take in more air. When we breathe out, the diaphragm relaxes and moves up, pushing carbon dioxide out of the lungs. Do you know for how long can you hold your breath? Does your chest increase in size when you inhale air? Is the air that you breathe out from your nose warm or cool? Look at the diagram. Inhalation air drawn into lungs. Second one is exhalation air forced out of lungs. Next move. Does the breathing rate change with our activities? Does the breathing rate change our activities? The rate of breathing is directly related to the kind of activity a person does. When a person is asleep or resting, the rate of breathing becomes slow because the body does not require too much energy and oxygen. When a person exercises, the breathing rate increases as the body requires more energy and oxygen. The heart also beats faster when a person exercises or runs because it has to pump more blood into the body. The blood carries oxygen to all the cells of the body and carries carbon dioxide back to the lungs. The pumping action of the blood can be felt by placing two fingers on the inner side of the wrist on the side of the neck. The number of times rate. The number of times the heartbeat in 1 minute is the pulse rate. The average pulse rate ranges from 70 to 80 heartbeats per minute. Do you know? When does your heart beat faster? After a 100-meter race or after a stroll in the park? Do you watch TV or play cricket? Has a doctor ever heard your heart beat with a stethoscope? What is a stethoscope? A stethoscope is an instrument used by a doctor to listen to the sound of your heartbeat and your breathing. The earpieces are put inside the ears and the chest pieces is placed on the chest. By listening to the heartbeat, the doctor can tell if your person is well or unwell. Look at the draw. Now next move. What else is breathe used for? We use our breath for several other activities like when we blow hard on the burning piece of wood. They increase the supply of oxygen and help the fire to burn better. Thus, the breath helps fire to burn. In villages, ladies blow through a pipe under partially burning wood or coal pieces in a mud stove chulha so that it catches fire. If we open our mouth wide and exhale the air from the mouth sends warm, breathing out in the way is done in winters to warm our hands. On the other hand, if we pucker our lips and exhale, the air seems cool. This is because the air we exhale picks up moisture from the air around. We often blow air with our lips pucked to cool a hot cup of milk, tea or soup. You must have noticed that if the hand is close to mouth, the exhaled air picks up less moisture from the air around and remains warm. The further the hand is moved away from the mouth, the cooler the exhaled as it picks up more moisture from the air around. The air that we breathe out contains some water vapor. During winters, you can often see your breath because the water vapor in our breath condenses into droplets of water on meeting with the cold air outside. It is for the same reason that a glass tumbler or a mirror become hazy when you blow on it in winters. Now let's move. Do you know? On a cold day, have you seen a cloud being formed of the air you blow out of your mouth? Do you ever blow air to cool milk or tea in a cup? Do you breathe from your nose or mouth? Now, next move the next topic. What is the correct way of breathing? Now, always breathe in air through the nose and not from your mouth. The hair present in the nose help to trap dust particles and prevents them from entering the body. Never sleep with your face covered with a sheet or blanket. It is an unhealthy habit as you are inhaling the same air you are exhaling again and again. Practice yoga and pranayama breathing yoga asanas. Breathing exercise helps to improve health and increase one's lifespan. They also help in reducing stress. Go out and play in open places like playground, parks and gardens every day. Okay students, here we conclude our chapter with the remember points. Breathing is the process of taking in air and giving out air. The air enters from the nose, goes through the windpipe to the lungs and into the blood. A muscle called diaphragm helps to move the lungs up and down. The breathing rate is directly related to the kind of activity person does. A doctor uses a stethoscope to listen to the heartbeat. The breath is used to warm cold hands, cool a cup of tea, burn a fire, etc. To stay healthy, it is important to breathe correctly. Okay students, breathe in fresh air. Now we will meet in our next class. Take care, be safe. Bye bye. Take care.